Hi, Barry Foster here, and welcome back to A-League to the UK. This is episode number 23 with the Newcastle Jets in the Australian A-League. And today we got our final league match of the season against the Western Sydney Wanderers, and that will be away from home in Sydney. But before we get to that game, we played two games offline, and they both ended in frustrating draws. The first was a 1-1 draw away to Melbourne City. And that was a bit disappointing because Stamatolopoulos gave us the lead in the 26th minute, only for Andrew Nabu to equalise very late in the game in the 87th minute. And that was a game that we really dominated, but we couldn't find a second goal. And then we were at home to the Central Coast Mariners in the F3 derby, but unfortunately that finished 0-0. Once again, we were the better side, but we just couldn't find a way to score a goal. So it was a little bit frustrating. And because of those two draws, what has happened? When we look at the table, Sydney FC are now only 2 points behind us. So we need to win this game against the Western Sydney Wanderers, or at least get a draw to make sure that we finish top of the table. We've got very good goal difference of plus 32, but if we can get a win or a draw, then we will win the Premier's Plate for finishing top of the A-League table. Also, I've signed a new contract with the Newcastle Jets. They rather grudgingly agreed to boost my salary from $5,250 a week to $5,500 a week, and they've also agreed to pay me a $9,000 bonus if I can get this team to the second round of the Champions League. That'll be next year, of course. So anyway, without further ado, I think let's go and play the Western Sydney Wanderers. That'll be at their home ground in Sydney. Wanderers only 4 points behind us, so this will be a fairly tough game as well before we go into the final fixtures of the A-League. So let's go and play the Wanderers. Okay, so here's the lineup for today's match. Woods in goal as normal. O'Toole, Clark and Donachie. Galloway across the back line. Wilson and Brimmer. Sykes in midfield. Petratos on the left. Miller on the right. And Stamatolopoulos will lead the attacking line. And on the bench, we have Jack Duncan, Astropotomitis, Reece James coming back from a bit of a lengthy injury spell, Ryan Goodhue, Kantarovsky, Thurgate and Sumau. So that's going to be the team which we shall submit. It's good to see Brimmer getting back into the lineup. Unfortunately, Melling is still injured. If Melling wasn't injured, I would have probably put Brimmer on the bench. Carl Robinson still managing the Wanderers. Carl Robinson from Wales. Oh, here we go. The assistant reckons the very bottom one. Well, okay, I don't know. Let's have a look at. We've got a lot of options here that we could select. Well, I think I'll back my assistant here. I don't know whether that's really the right talk to the boys, but we'll find out. Wanderers, interesting. No losses in the last 5 games, and same with the Jets, but we haven't won in the last 2 matches. But certainly be nice to, I think, finish first, since the team have done very well this season in the A-League. Once again, leading it, I think, for most of the time. And this is Newcastle getting us underway, dressed in all white for this game. And I guess very shortly I'm going to have to start thinking about new signings for the club, and also who should maybe leave. There's 2 players I have put on the transfer list. Of course, one is Sumau, the forward. Hopefully we can get somebody. It was very close to the opening goals. Hopefully we can get somebody interested in buying him, because I'm asking about $700,000. and that would certainly go a long way to reducing our debt. And also I've put one of our players out on loan at Perth Glory on the market as well. At the moment his name just escapes me because he's been away from the club for so long, but he's 30 years of age, and I just got a feeling that it might be good to try and cash in on him. He's worth a fair bit of money. I think he's worth over $400,000 in the transfer market. So fingers crossed that maybe somebody will come along and make a bid for him. I think it's from memory. It's Kantarovsky, I think. But don't quote me on that. But anyway, let's concentrate on this game, since it is quite an important one for the boys. That was a bit of a wasted pass out to the left. Petratos was never going to get that. Now this is Gordon for the Wanderers. It's a pretty good looking cross, but once again the header ballooning over the bar. Excuse me while I take a sip of tea. This is Clark now. Sykes and Wilson combining well in midfield, but that's not a very good pass at all. A bit of a risky tackle. That looked like a two-footed tackle. They seem to be allowed in Football Manager, I've noticed. Tackles with studs showing, and that's a shot by Miller, but in the end straight at Tyson. A pretty easy save for him to make. So Sydney FC are leading Western United 1-0. So they've certainly going to put pressure on us this afternoon. This is Sykes trying to find Galloway. This is Stamatolopoulos, back to Sykes. This is Petratos, but he couldn't put his shot on target. I think we'll call out some encouragement to the boys. Now Ziegler with a free kick for the Wanderers. I won't try pronouncing that fellow's name. Well, there we go. Jordan Much, opening goal of the match. We didn't need that at all. A fairly good cross and a very powerful header. Quite a powerful header. Let's have a look at this again. Much puts quite a good ball and he runs forward. I really thought Woods could have done better. I thought he could have at least get a hand to that, but okay, Wanderers taking the lead. And as you can see from that live table, Sydney FC are now a point ahead of us. But this is Brimmer with a corner. And that's headed away now, Wilson. So I think we'll just try and be a bit calm. Still got plenty of the match to go. It's a long ball, too far forward, and that's an easy one for Tyson. Probably could have left it for a goal kick. That's Sykes with a header. I thought Petratos was going to run for that, but he backed off. It's a good tackle by O'Toole. But Wanderers still have the ball. That's cleared by Woods up to Stamatolopoulos. Now Petratos. Can he set something up? He plays it out to Miller. He plays it forward to Sykes. Sykes is through, and there's the equaliser. A nice move by the Newcastle Jets. And Mark Sykes, he tucks it away. So that's a very good reply. Not long after Western Sydney Wanderers took the lead. And Petratos, a nice ball. In fact, I thought Miller was not going to get to that. But Sykes round his man and placed it very coolly past the keeper, Tyson. So, okay, 1-1. But another goal for the Jets would be very, very handy, considering Sydney FC are in pretty good form. I don't think they've lost a game for quite some time. This is Brimmer. Good pass through, and that was Stamatolopoulos trying his luck. But Tyson got his body behind the ball. Now this is Brimmer again, out to Petratos. Petratos, well, okay, free kick to the Wanderers, okay. Well, the Jets are certainly not playing badly away from home. I think they're certainly matching the Wanderers on the stat board. And this is Ziegler to Newell. That's a very good run and a good save by Woods. He just got a big paw to that and pushed it away for a corner. But obviously nothing came of that corner. So this is a goal kick now for the Newcastle Jets. And now Brimmer playing it to Stamatolopoulos, who plays as a poacher when he's in the starting 11. And he's done very well as a poacher this season. This is Petratos, once again a cross-blocked. One of my pet hates in the game. But anyway, Brimmer, well, he tries his luck, and that's a good save by Tyson. So the Jets are trying to knock on the door and get a second goal. Brimmer with the corner. That's headed away. But Wilson now for the Jets, but nothing came of that. Well, it's been a pretty good game so far. I think both sides are just as good as each other. No wonder the Wanderers are sitting in third position. Not many points behind us. They've got a fairly decent side. And Sydney FC still leading Western United 1-0. A very early goal in that game in the 3rd minute. But this might be the half-time scoreline of this match. Unless we get one more highlight. I don't think we will. I think that's going to be half-time. Half-time at the football. And as you can see, the match stats are pretty even. Not much in it really. Maybe we've just shaded them in most of that, in those areas. But well, certainly the XG has been much better than the Wanderers. But let's go to the dressing room and see what Jerry reckons. Well, he's quite pleased with how things are going, and he's saying keep it up. I'll back him on that again, because they haven't been playing too badly at all, even though the Wanderers took an early lead, but they cancelled that out pretty quickly. So let's hope that in the next 45 minutes the Jets can maybe find a winner to wrap up the Premier's plate. Although if it stays 1-1, as I said, we will finish top of the table. And this is Gordon now for the Wanderers. Good tackle by O'Toole. He's done a very good job at left back. And that's an interesting ball through for Stamatolopoulos, but he just couldn't quite get there. So as we wait for our next highlight, I mean, most of the players are playing okay. Maybe Stamatolopoulos slightly down, only 6.6. Galloway at 6.5, but he's a steady performer at right back, Galloway, and he can also perform very, very well at left back as well. But I think we'll just see how things pan out for the next maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then we might make a change. In fact, Miller is starting to run out of gas on the right, so we'll keep an eye on that. This is Sykes now, playmaker, and he plays it through to Miller, and he has a crack. This is Sykes to Petratos had a shot as well. Brimmer. Petratos again over to Sykes. Now this is Miller, and he plays it out to Galloway. Now can he get a good cross in? He can, but that's headed away. So the Wanderers' defence will clear it, but only as far as Clark. So we're getting close to the 60-minute mark in the match. This is Newell, now Donachie. Now Sykes, oh, that's a great ball for Stamatolopoulos. Bit of work to do. Well, he had two attempts there, but the second one was high and a bit wide. It certainly was a great through ball by Sykes. And I think we'll go to the bench because Miller is looking a little bit injured but feels he can play on. Okay, well, I think we'll bring on Thurgate for Miller in that position, because Thurgate can normally play out wide on the right with a fair degree of competence. I hope I won't live to regret those words. But anyway, a throw to the Wanderers. And this is Garrity playing out wide to Troisi. Had his cross blocked, and this is Sykes. Is he going to try? No, he beats his man pretty easily. Sykes having a pretty good game in midfield. And he plays it long out to Petratus on the left. If he can cut in, and he has. This is Sykes, and that's a beautiful goal. Sykes started the whole move deep in his own half, and he finished it off with a beautifully placed shot into the back of the net, and that was a wonderful move. A good ball out to Petratus on the left, and he just squared it perfectly. Well, I must admit, I haven't seen a goal as good as that for quite some time in the game. That was very well executed. So that moves us 2 points clear of Sydney FC, who are still leading Western United 1-0. But we've got to hang on to this 2-1 lead here in Sydney. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Who should maybe come off and have a rest? Galloway, a little bit down at right back, so we might give somebody a run there. Unfortunately, I haven't got Chirat on the bench, the youngster. But anyway, this is Petratos through to Sykes. Sykes having a brilliant game. He might go all the way himself here. I think he will. This is a fantastic run, and that's a fantastic goal. Well, I thought he was going to pass that, but he decided to go all the way himself, and he's put it in the back of the net, and that's 3-1 to the Jets. I think Sykes will definitely be man of the match here. But a beautiful run. I don't know what the defence was doing for the Wanderers, but not much, and the goalkeeper left horribly exposed. So he finished off that move with another very nice goal. Well, I think Sydney FC can give up dreaming about maybe getting the Premier's plate this season. I think for the second time in a row it will go to the Newcastle Jets. This is Newell now for the Wanderers. Oh, nice ball through, but a good save by Woods. I thought that might have been 3-2. Now it's Brimmer with a good tackle. Now Brimmer can go to the right. No, he's going straight down the middle for Stamatolopoulos. And he squares it to Thurgate. And Stamatolopoulos had a shot, but that's straight at Tyson. Okay, Brimmer with a free kick now. And he'll drive it deep into the box. Nobody got that, but this is Clark. And he sends it. Interesting looking cross in. In fact, that didn't go out. This is Brimmer. Now Sykes. Had his shot blocked. That's been cleared to Garland for the Wanderers. So he can maybe, and he's brought down by O'Toole. I think we'll go to our bench and just have a bit of a look here. Galloway, 6.4, not having the best of games. I know Clark can play out there. We're going to move Clark out there. We're going to bring on, pretty sure Reece James can't, no. We'll bring on Astro Podomitis. He hasn't had much game time this season. He was signed as really a backup. So we'll put Clark at right fullback, because I know he can be quite competent in that position. And fingers crossed that the Wanderers can't find a couple of goals to or more to take this win away from us. But the boys have played really, really well. It's been a very good game, especially a very good second half. And this is Gordon with a throw, intercepted, not quite. Ugarkovic used to be a Jets player. And this is Woods. Cleared by Clark, but straight down to a Wanderers player. Now this is Gordon. Ziggy Gordon tries to get his cross in, but he'll get a second opportunity here. And that's been cleared well by Wilson. They're playing it safe all the way back to Tyson. Now Wilson for the Jets out to Thurgate, who's done very well since coming on. Got a rating of 7. Now this is Clark. Back to Sykes. Certainly the player of the half. Nice looking shot, but in the end, a couple of metres off target. And I think we'll make a final change here. What should we do? I think we'll bring on Sumau. We'll bring on Sumau for Stamatolopoulos. Sumau normally plays as a pressing forward, so we'll give him at least a few minutes on the park. He hasn't seen a great deal of football this season. I think he's been injured once, maybe twice, but Stamatolopoulos has been in such great form. He really hasn't had the chance to be in the starting 11. But this is Sykes now for the Wanderers. Sorry, for Newcastle. And this is Petratos. And he has another shot, but once again couldn't quite get it on target. But he's played pretty well out on the left as well. Rating of 8.2. That's a bit of a funny header by Aspro Potamaitis. So Doherty now for the Wanderers. Oh, very good pass. Very good block there. To O'Toole, he's clearing it upfield. And Sydney FC have gone 2-0 up against Western United. But they will finish 2 points behind us on the table. 4 minutes of added time. Okay. Oh dear, that's a bit of a blow. Well, all changes have been made, so I'm going to bring Clark in there. Wilson can cover there. We'll finish the last minute and a bit with 10 men. Okay, into the 97th minute. And this is Clark heading it away, but another cross comes in. And that's it. So the Jets win the final A-League match in the home and away series, and of course they take out the Premier's plate. They've won today 3-1, and they thoroughly deserved it because they have led the competition for most of the time. I think it was just the opening rounds when they weren't in first position. But there we have it, the Jets lifting up what is really not quite a plate. It's called the Premier's plate because it is a plate in real life, but that's actually a cup. But we'll forgive Sports Interactive on that little issue. Bit of a shame that they couldn't do this in Newcastle on the home ground, but another piece of silverware for the Jets, so that's a very good thing. I think we'll go straight to the dressing room, and I think... See, it says here we're champions due to results elsewhere going our way. Congratulations. Well, we're not really champions. You're only champions in the A-League if you win the grand final. If you come top of the table, you win the Premier's plate. You're also called minor premiers, but you're not called champions. So that's another little mistake here by Sports Interactive. But anyway, we won't worry about that. I think I'm going to say I'm very pleased with the result and your performance, because I am. I think it was very well done. And I think we'll leave Jerry with that interview. And as you can see, Newcastle Jets, after 26 matches, finishing on 57 points, 2 ahead of Sydney FC on 55, Wanderers on 50. Now the Brisbane Roar still got a game to play, but they're back in fourth position on 44 points. Western United on 38, and rounding out the 6 on goal difference is Melbourne Victory on 33 points. So there we go. That's the Jets clinched the second straight A-League regular season title. Astropotomitis, it's a bit of a blow. A groin strain out for maybe 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, Robinson was a bit cagey in his press conference. We do qualify for an A-League semi-final. Yes, the fans are ecstatic. The board are very happy, so they should be. And Sykes was absolutely brilliant today with 3 goals, 7 key passes, a rating of 9.6. That's a bit mean. I think with 3 goals he could have probably got a 10, but we'll certainly praise him for that. He was absolutely superb in front of goal. So at this stage we don't quite know who we're going to play. So let's come back in a short time and let's find out who the Jets will play in the semi-finals. Okay, so we found out who our opponents are in the semi-final. It's Brisbane Roar. They'll be playing the Newcastle Jets. Brisbane Roar, they defeated Western United, I think, if I can go to schedule, senior squad. They defeated Western United 1-0 with Al Hassan Toure getting the winning goal in the 6th minute of the match. So that's going to be our opponents. Western United, I think, and Sydney FC will play a Sydney derby against Western Sydney Wanderers. That'll be the other semi-final match. So the 2 teams that win the semi-final go through to the grand final, and the winner of the grand final, of course, will be crowned champions of the Australian A-League. So that's the video for today. We found out who we have to face in the semi-final, and that is Brisbane Roar. Just one thing on the staffing side of things. We will be losing Jerry Payton. He has decided to retire at the end of this season. Now 66 years of age, and that's a bit of a blow because as you can see from those attributes, he's a pretty good assistant manager. He's got very good judging ability when it comes to players, and it would be a bit of a hard task, I think, to replace Jerry. But that's one job we're going to have to do once this season is all wrapped up. So that's the video for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Barry Foster. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.